Good morning and welcome to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. Lots to get into on today's video, but before we do that, please do me a small favour. If you are watching for the first time today, make sure to subscribe, bottom right corner, and give the video a like. On the video today, we're going to be talking about Marcus Rashford, apparently saying yes to Bayern Munich, which is positive. We're going to be giving you the latest on Gyökeres and Mbeumo and other potential incomings. But before we do all of that, I want to get your thoughts. What do you think the rest of Manchester United's transfer window is going to look like? Who are we going to sign? Are we going to sign anybody? Have we done all our business? Is this it? And is anyone going to leave? I want to know what you think is going to happen. Because at the moment, it is looking awfully quiet, isn't it? It really, really is. It's just looking silent. Absolutely silent. Which is frustrating, as we all probably agree with, right? Really frustrating. But yeah, I want to get your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen in the rest of the window? Let me know in the comment section of the video. Who are we going to sign? Who's going to leave? Get your comments in. But we're going to start off today by talking a little bit about Marcus Rashford. So this story is coming out from multiple different people this morning that apparently Marcus Rashford has said yes to Bayern Munich. Obviously, we still need to agree a fee with Bayern Munich. I think it would be a good move for him, to be honest. I think he'll go to the Bundesliga and he'll probably do really well. So yeah, I'm happy with this. If we can get this deal over the line, if is the big question. You know, it's always if we can get this deal over the line. Yeah, I mean, we should be able to realistically. Bayern Munich pay big wages. Let's have a little look. So Bayern Munich wages. So currently Bayern Munich's highest earning player is Harry Kane, who's on €480,000 a week. Neuer is on 400,000 a week. Kimmich is on 384. Musiala's on 360. Gnabry's on 360. So there's already like 5 or 6 players who earn more than what Marcus Rashford earns at Manchester United. So I see no reason why this isn't possible. So yeah, hopefully this one does happen. Hopefully this actually materializes into an actual deal. It's not just transfer talk, because yeah, he's definitely a player that we need to get off our books. He's definitely a player that needs to be moved on. So yeah, apparently he said yes. Apparently he's open to joining Bayern Munich. Obviously, we'll give you more news on that as and when we get it. There is some positive news actually here. So apparently Newcastle are close to agreeing a deal with Nottingham Forest for Anthony Langanger, £55 million, right? And you're probably thinking, why is he talking about this? I don't care. Well, Manchester United have a sell-on clause, which is apparently 20% of the profit. So how we work this out, right? We look at the transfer fee that Nottingham Forest paid for Anthony Langanger. So obviously we sold Langanger to Nottingham Forest. What was it, 3 years ago now? We sold him for, wow, so cheap. We sold him for €16 million. Let's do that in pounds. What was it, like £12 million, maybe? Not even. Let's have a look. €60 million is £14 million. And they're about to sell him for £55 million, right? Which means a profit of 41 million. And we're taking 20% of that profit. So we're going to net around £8 million. And that, remember that £8 million will be 100% profit because he came through the youth academy. So yeah, this is being reported by Sky Sports that apparently Newcastle have made a second bid of £55 million for Nottingham Forest winger Anthony Langanger. And it looks like this bid is probably going to be accepted. So we will get £8 million straight profit because, again, he's a youth player. So yeah, I mean, that's positive, isn't it? That's really positive. I know we're having to take small positives here, and I know some people are going to be like, where's Mbeumo? I don't care about this. But it's still news, and it's still something that we should hold on to for the time being, because at the moment, there isn't really much else going on in relation to incomings. And we just have to hope that, you know, £8 million straight profit, you should be able to do something with that. Hopefully. And hopefully this just does mean that we do end up signing more players, you know. Hopefully it doesn't just mean that it's like completely silent for the rest of the window. I don't think it will be. I think things will start to heat up a little bit. Especially if, yeah, if we get 8 million for Langanger, which, like I said, is 100% profit, there's no excuses for us not to be going out and signing players, is there? Because there's money in the bank. There's deals that effectively can be done. We've already put the work in and on a lot of deals. There's no reason why we can't now go and get some deals over the line. And I know it's easier said than done. And I know with Manchester United, you never know what they're up to. You know, we're always sat here scratching our heads saying, what the hell is this club doing? But we just have to hope that they know what they're doing. Whether they do or not, only time will tell. I think at the moment it does feel a little bit all over the place. I think the fan base is getting quite frustrated. I think there's a lot of unrest in the fan base. But yeah, at the moment, it's not looking particularly good, is it? But like I said, £8 million is decent. That'll be 100% profit. They should now be able to go and reinvest that money in something. What? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, like that money, there is money there to be spent, is the point I'm trying to make. We have a super chat coming in from Ray. Thank you, Ray. Ray says, look how quickly Newcastle put in bids. They're going to buy Langanger, and it's now Friday, and we still don't have a deal yet for Mbeumo. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is, right, all of the mainstream media are reporting that, you know, a medical was booked for this week for Alanga. Sorry, not for Alanga, for Mbeumo, right? Everybody was reporting that, you know, that was effectively done, but they still haven't done it. And the pre-season starts on Monday. When's our first pre-season game? It's quite soon, isn't it? 19th of July, which is, let's have a look. So our first pre-season game is against Leeds, and it's 2 weeks tomorrow. And then we fly to America, I think, for the 27th. For the Premier League Summer Series. I don't really know what's happened to our pre-season tour. Our pre-season tour is West Ham, Bournemouth and Everton. We've gone from playing the likes of Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and, you know, all of these top teams to our pre-season opponents. I mean, they're all Premier League opponents, but still, we're playing West Ham, Bournemouth and Everton. Wow. I don't really know how that's happened. I mean, I guess you could argue that it's good practice because we are actually playing against other Premier League teams, but I swear usually our pre-season games are pretty, like, glamorous. You know, it's like Real Madrid, it's like Bayern, it's, you know, teams like that. It's weird. Right, so that's the latest on that one. Thank you very much for your super chat, by the way, Ray. I really appreciate that. What else have we got in the chat? Don says, if Alanga is 55 million, then the Mbeumo deal at 65 is a good deal. Yeah, I don't think the transfer fee's ever really been in question with Mbeumo. I think, you know, their asking price is perfectly reasonable. He got 20 goals in the Premier League last season, and they're only asking for, was it 62.5 million? So, yeah, I don't think what they're asking for is actually unreasonable. I think, you know, for a player of his quality and a player with his experience, I think the fee they're asking for is perfectly reasonable. The fact that Alanga is going for 55 million kind of sums it up for me, you know? So, yeah, I'm not at all, like, upset about this. I'm upset that everything's taking so long, but I'm not upset about the prospect of paying 62.5 for Mbeumo. He's Premier League proven. You know, he's definitely a quality player, and I think he'll massively improve our team. But we need to get him in for the pre-season tour. Otherwise, it's pointless. Otherwise, he'll come in, and then it will take him 2 or 3 games to get into the team. And then by that point, you could have lost like 2 or 3 matches, you know? So, yeah, it is frustrating, but there's not really too much we can do. But, yeah, I mean, hopefully we just get something today. Hopefully we get Here We Go. Hopefully we get some sort of deal done. Some people are saying that a bid was submitted yesterday. I mean, the journalist who's put this out, it's not even a journalist. Somebody saying yesterday that a bid was submitted of £60 million, but it's not been reported by anybody reliable. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly do not know what they're doing. I have no idea. It's completely confused me. I have zero answers to give you. Are they waiting so they don't have to pay his wages? Maybe. I mean, that's the most logical thing, that they don't want to pay his wages until he's actually like available to play, if that makes sense, i.e. when pre-season tour starts. That's the only thing I can logically think of, that they're realistically waiting for the transfer window to get further through so they don't have to pay the wages over the summer. That's the only thing that I can think of here. I can't think of any other reason, you know? But anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. It's just a short one this morning, so again, there's no point me sitting here chatting about the same topics for like an hour. So yeah, it's annoying. I wish there was more to talk about. I wish I could sit here for 45 minutes and talk about loads of new news, but there isn't any. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good Friday. Thank you very much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll speak to you all on tomorrow's show. Bye for now.